Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For the cheapest coins anywhere, check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
We knew there was going to be a promo coming tomorrow. We didn't know exactly what it was, although we all pretty much assumed it was going to be AKA, and we didn't know what else to expect this week. Maybe Ultimate Kickoff. EA just dropped the content schedule for this week, and man, it's good. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Maxed Out for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid. Make sure you guys are subs to the channel. Turn notification bell on and comment down below. Noti Gang. Also want to say shout out to you guys that copied my Underdog Fantasy special with Aaron Rodgers. For those guys that copied, we ended up hitting for a $60 W due to Bangura actually just being a push. He got exactly 65 yards, so we pushed one less multiplier, $60 W. Shout out to you guys that copied. And if you guys missed out on this special, don't miss out on the next one. Check out Underdog Fantasy and use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100. We also do have college football, which was on yesterday. We have NFL preseason tonight. I'm running season-long fantasy drafts over on Twitter versus you guys as well. And then we have NFL Week 1, which you can hop on the app right now and make picks for Week 1. But as you guys can see, here is the content schedule for this week. And I gotta say, this makes me so excited. As you can see, tomorrow we do have a stream in the morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then it does appear as well that on Thursday, we are going to have another stream. So those are the two streams from EA this week, tomorrow morning and then Thursday as well. Keep in mind, guys, content doesn't drop anymore at 10:30 a.m. I know it's going to take a little bit for everyone to kind of get used to that, but it does not drop at 10:30 in the morning. It drops at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, except for Legends. Those still drop at 10:30. So tomorrow morning, they're going to be doing some reveals for the AKA promo, and then the AKA promo is going to be dropping in the game tomorrow afternoon. Should be around 1:30, but we kind of expected maybe to get Ultimate Kickoff, right? For those guys who don't know what the Ultimate Kickoff promo is, it's pretty much just like a bunch of players and to kind of celebrate the NFL season coming back. Last year, we got it the Thursday before the NFL kickoff, which NFL kickoff, guys, is coming out really, really soon. It's literally next Thursday is, the Thursday night game of the Chiefs versus the Lions, which I'm so excited for. But we kind of expected to see that this week. It doesn't look like we're getting it, so I'm extremely curious about that. Maybe they just plan to drop that on Thursday, the day of the actual NFL kickoff, which is a little bit different from EA. They haven't done that before. It's usually always at least a week early, but instead, we have Campus Heroes, and man, oh man, am I excited for that. So AKA on Monday tomorrow, and then Campus Heroes on Thursday, Legends on Saturday. So a couple things we can look at here. Here is the animation for the AKA promo. This was already leaked by MuttLeaks. And then here is the animation for the Campus Heroes promo. Now, for those guys that don't know what the AKA promo is or what Campus Heroes are, I'm also going to showcase those. So the AKA promo is essentially going to be players that have nicknames, right? Like CJ2K. Now, I'm not really sure exactly how they're going to go about it this year. We will see kind of how the first batch of these go. I am very curious to see because the way that the AKA promo worked last year, I will admit, in the beginning of the year, it was super cool, super good, but towards the end of the year, the AKA promo kind of ruined things a little bit. And what do I mean by that? Well, usually with the AKA promo, these players will have some custom X factors. Now, what exactly do I mean by custom X factors? I mean abilities, essentially, that start on, and they were super overpowered. Now, they will cost you a couple of AP as well, and again, we kind of have to see how they're going to do it this year. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same as last year, but a card like Gus Edwards, which came out, let's see here, it looks like March 20th. Yeah, this was like the best running back in the game for the rest of the year. Like Freight Train Gus the Bus right here. Yeah, this was pretty crazy. So essentially you had Freight Train on, and obviously that's really hard to stop. We also had other cards like Shaq Leonard here, who actually had, it was Unstoppable Force X Factor. So you can see right here, if you come down, it was the Unstoppable Force Maniac. But for those guys that don't know what Unstoppable Force is, it essentially makes him unblockable. So this card was unblockable for a couple of plays in a row, and then it would go away, and then it would come back, and it was just a disaster. Pretty much everybody had Shaquille Leonard on their team. George Karlaftis was another one. Gregory Rousseau. All those guys got the Unstoppable Force X Factors, and towards the end of the year especially, it kind of ruined things. Now, I don't think it's going to be that OP to start this year. I'd be really, really shocked if it was that overpowered and they did some crazy, crazy stuff. We'll see, but the AKA promo is cool in terms of getting some really, really good players. We'll likely be able to get some free cards as well throughout this promo, and I just hope it's not as OP as last year. And then as for the Campus Heroes promo, guys, it's essentially players who did really, really good in college. The Campus Heroes promo is usually pretty solid as well. Last year, we got this Michael Crabtree right here as the Campus Heroes champion, and he was the best wide receiver in the game for sure. This card was very, very good. Now, you'll notice, though, that this Campus Hero right here, right, is a 90 overall. Yes, overalls were a lot higher last year. This did drop, September 1st. The lowest overall correlates, or the highest overall correlates in Madden 23, for those of you guys that didn't play Madden 23, were 88s. This year, the highest overalls that we have, of course, are 86s. Now, with that being said, a lot of people have also been asking me, do I think that we will see overalls escalate already, right? We have 87 overall champions right now that we're getting as legend cards, whatever. I don't necessarily think so. I don't necessarily think that we will go up. Now, I don't know for sure, but as you can see, these guys were 90 overalls. And the legends that we got at the beginning of the year last year were 89s, which you can see right here. This actually came out on August 27th of last year. And then Campus Heroes is when we actually got overalls bumped up to 90. So could we see the first overall escalation from, 87 overall champions to the Campus Heroes being 88? It's possible. It would be a very quick jump, though. I remember last year when they did that, I was like, wow, that's, pretty quick for us to get an overall escalation that quickly. Now, since overalls did start lower this year, though, right, with 86s and then 87 overall champions going up to, 88s, wouldn't necessarily be the craziest. Obviously, like last year, like I said, we started off at 89 overall for legends and then jumping to 90 so quickly for champions did seem a little bit off to me, but I'm not sure how they're going to go about it this year. But either which way, whether they go up to 88 overall champions or stay at 87s, we should still see, a couple of very, very good cards. Hopefully the champions are good. And then, underneath that, we had a Ricky Williams LTD. That card was amazing. And then we have some solid cards as well, like these Campus Heroes, which, cards like Grant Delpit, Brandon Cooks was pretty solid in there, Alan Faneca. We're going to get some pretty good cards. So guys, that's the content schedule for this week, AKA and Campus Heroes, as well as Legends on Saturday. Honestly, I hope we don't see the overall escalation. I would like to see them just stay at 87s for at least the next week here. I think it is kind of likely they'll stay at 87s, but don't be completely shocked if, tomorrow with AKA, the first batch of AKA cards drop and they're, potentially going to be 88 overalls. So we'll see about that. Let me know down below who you guys hope we see. They might end up tweeting out like one card tonight at like 7 p.m. or so. I would not be shocked if they did that. Follow me over on Twitter for that, and I will likely post like a short or something over here if they do end up showcasing like a card. Now, if it's multiple cards, you may see a full video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out these.